In this video, we'll explore a significant development involving Ripple Labs and how it affects the XRP ecosystem. Matt Hamilton, a former director at Ripple, confirmed reports that the company is about to make the dramatic decision to burn more than 14.5 billion XRP from their escrow. A new remark from a Ripple representative has confirmed that the company may burn almost 29% of its entire supply of XRP that is now in escrow, proving that this move, which is expected to happen in 2024, is real. Such a move would have far-reaching and significant repercussions. The burn is anticipated to happen at any moment, has the potential to drastically cut XRP's overall supply, which might raise its price considerably. The excitement about this possible burn is evident as we enter the first quarter of 2024. When so much XRP is taken out of circulation, its value may soar to previously unheard of heights, maybe hitting the thousands of dollars per coin. Hi there, family of Pepo Coin. Welcome back to the place you can rely on for all things XRP. Let's start with some housekeeping before we get into today's subject. To join our active community, I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And don't worry, we're about to do something fantastic. When we reach the milestone of 60,000 subscribers, we're preparing for an incredible XRP giveaway. It's really easy to enter the giveaway. Simply take 3 simple steps. To guarantee your entry, make sure everything is in order and remember to include a hash money side in the comments. First alluded to on December 21, 2023, this development has quickly grown to become one of the most important developments in the Bitcoin sector. This video will examine the possible repercussions of this large-scale XRP burn, investigate the rationale behind Ripple's choice, and assess the wider ramifications for XRP holders and the cryptocurrency market at large. It's critical to comprehend how this could change the digital asset ecosystem and what it means for your XRP investments as we approach this momentous event. The amount of XRP available has been constantly declining, with more than 11.6 million already burned. The recent confirmation from many reports that Ripple intends to burn a massive portion of its XRP kept in escrow adds to this complexity. Around 29 billion XRP, or almost 29% of their entire assets. The value of XRP could be significantly impacted by this move, which could also significantly change the dynamics of the market. In a seemingly contradictory approach, Ripple has been actively buying large amounts of XRP at the same time, amassing more than 8.4 billion since the start of their legal dispute with the SEC. Ripple claims that the goal of this approach is to preserve a positive market environment. At first look, the dual strategy of burning and purchasing XRP may seem confusing, but it all comes down to the intricate legal details of Ripple's ongoing legal battle with the SEC. There are many rumors that a large XRP burn from Ripple's escrow could be a requirement of a covert settlement between the SEC and Ripple. A distinct market situation is anticipated as a result of this calculated cutback in XRP's overall supply and rising demand, as Ripple's enormous escrow reserves become unavailable. For operational requirements like enabling payments via the RippleNet system, the demand to obtain XRP increases rapidly. As a result, Ripple has started a plan to buy back XRP from the market and keep it in a different wallet without affecting the escrow. Significant conversations have been sparked in the cryptocurrency world by recent changes in Ripple's approach with XRP. Notably, 1 billion XRP was just made available for cross-border payments via Ripple. Interestingly, though, only 80% of this sum was put back into escrow. The other 20% was moved to a different wallet. This move has stoked rumors of a possible deal between Ripple and the SEC, according to which Ripple may burn 80% of the total XRP in escrow and save the remaining 20% for operating requirements. If verified, such a shift is consistent with analysts' and experts' forecasts of a significant rise in XRP's value. The logic is obvious. With a dramatically decreased supply and the ability to process over $1.20 quadrillion in payments, XRP is well positioned to meet the enormous demand. It is anticipated that this mismatch between supply and demand will drive XRP's value to unprecedented levels. U.S. banks are now more interested in using XRP for digital transactions, according to a new announcement from Ripple Labs, which follows their partial success over the SEC. The demand for XRP has been greatly boosted by this triumph and the ensuing rise in institutional interest. The anticipated large-scale burn of XRP is expected to cut the supply in half, making the race to obtain this digital asset even more fierce. The recent announcement by a significant cryptocurrency trading fund to list XRP has added to the momentum, prompting some market watchers to speculate that a reasonable short-term price for XRP would be $1,352. This assessment considers XRP's ability to manage large-scale financial transactions, the anticipated decrease in supply, and the growing institutional interest. In what can only be called a historic moment for the cryptocurrency industry, there have been recent rumors that Ripple Labs has made a significant breakthrough. According to reports, the U.S. Congress has made an offer to Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple Labs, a settlement plan that may dramatically increase the price of XRP to an estimated $329. Although not yet verified, this information suggests a significant change in the legal environment surrounding Ripple Labs. When we take into account recent events involving Binance, another significant participant in the cryptocurrency market, the context of this reported offer becomes more apparent. After being under investigation by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, Binance has accepted a settlement offer, which is good news for the exchange and the larger cryptocurrency community. An important sign of the SEC's current strategy, which appears to favor settlements over drawn-out court cases, is the deal reached between Binance and the agency. Ripple Labs seems to be included in this strategy, which delves further into the matter. Stuart Aldarate, the chief legal officer at Ripple, informed us that Ripple Labs has received a similar settlement offer from the SEC. Although Ripple has not yet made the specifics of this offer or its reaction public, the ramifications are significant. According to experts, XRP's value might skyrocket to $352 by the fourth quarter of 2024 if Ripple accepts this settlement. We'll examine the disclosures made by the CEO of Ripple regarding the SEC's settlement offer, which will be the main topic of discussion today. This is a significant step, particularly in light of the growing pressure on SEC Chairman Gary Gensler to accelerate a settlement to the lawsuit from the U.S. Congress. Stuart Aldarate is quoted in a recent article that explores the crucial juncture for Ripple as it negotiates these legal issues. The essay emphasizes how important this possible settlement is and how it can change Ripple's course and consequently the value of XRP. Stuart Aldarate, Ripple's chief legal officer, provided a detailed account of the initial phases of the company's legal dispute with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Aldarate disclosed that Ripple Labs received a settlement offer prior to the SEC formally bringing its complaint against the company. This first offer, which Ripple finally turned down, suggested avoiding legal action by getting Ripple to accept the SEC's conditions. Ripple turned down this offer since they were confident in their position and their triumph. This disclosure is crucial because it shows that the SEC was more interested in a settlement than a protracted court battle from the beginning. However, as the SEC faces more obstacles in the case, especially after losing the crucial decision that determined XRP was not a security for ordinary investors, this desire to reach a settlement has only grown. The need for a solution has become more urgent as more public and commercial organizations use the XRP ledger. There is currently pressure on the SEC to come to a resolution that takes into account Ripple's position and the broader ramifications for the legal standing of XRP. And the U.S. Congress has apparently started to put pressure on SEC Chairman Gary Gensler to resolve the Ripple litigation, which is a significant milestone. The increasing awareness of XRP's technological value, especially in view of its incorporation into the FedNow payment system, is reflected in this pressure. The idea that XRP shouldn't be categorized as a security is becoming more and more popular in official circles. The expected increase in XRP's value has led to a growing recognition of its potential to produce new millionaires. This increase is anticipated to be driven by the expanding use of the XRP